Samantha had made some bad choices a while back, and this is how she tried to get out of them. She was avoiding the phone calls, the people all wanting their money, and her not sure how to pay them. She was already working 2 jobs and didn't know how much more she could take. She started taking some extra hours driving the car, knowing the people she owed money to were not going to go easy on me this time. She owed a great deal from gambling debts, and she could not repay them. The nightmares about what they would do to her were very real. They had chopped people up and thrown them in rivers, cut their tongues, cut off hands, and kidnapped family members, or burned homes to the ground. She knew that she had to do something. A friend told her about something easy that didn't hurt anyone, but would help her pay her debt off one last time. He had told her it was also very safe, and as women, that was very important. So she would start by looking for wealthy tourist clients that she drove, offer them a small bottle of water laced with a mild sedative that would knock them out for 20 to 30 minutes. While they were out, her friend suggested taking some things from them, but not everything or enough for them to notice right away. The people won't know that they had been robbed until they were really far away from you. That way, they won't trace it back to you. Her friend got her the drugs to use because she was so desperate. The night before she went to work, the phone rang. She picked it up thinking that it was her friend with the pickup directions. It was not. It was the Mafia. You know who this is. If you don't get us the money in 2 weeks, on time, you know we will be visiting you and we will be taking at the very least a few of your fingers. Maybe an entire hand with us. Yes, I know. I will get your money, I promise. Please don't hurt me, she had said. That night she went to drive. The earlier conversation kept playing in her head. She was terrified. She knew she had to act quickly. She had been an honest person her whole life, but tonight, she had to take another path. She looked. Her first few fares were all very common. The last one of the night, however, was looking way more promising. They were from the airport and very wealthy. She knew that they had to be her target. She welcomed them, made small talk, and then crossed the line and offered them some water. Within 10 minutes, they were getting sleepy. She mentioned how bad jet lag could be. They passed out. She pulled over to a section of the underpass where they had no cameras and went through their luggage, wallets, and carry-ons. She took some cash out of all of them. She then put all their things back just like she'd found them. She finally took them to the hotel and helped them with their luggage. They were none the wiser. 2 days passed and she found a letter on her windshield. You have less than 2 weeks to get us the money you owe us or else we will come for you. She shuddered and trembled in the horror, imagining what they would do to her if she couldn't pay them back. She knew that she could not beg her way out of this now. She would have to pay or face the music. She kept working the plan. She never stole anything really big or super expensive. She kept the scores so small that she didn't attract any attention. She made small talk with all of her fares and was friendly, kind, and very forgettable. She also tried to keep with taking cash. At first, she tried just taking from the richer fares, but as time grew shorter and she became more afraid of what was about to happen if she couldn't pay, she began stealing from each fare. She tried only taking small amounts, but again, as time ran out, she grew more desperate and began stealing larger amounts. Finally, the time had almost run out. It was the night before the money was due. She was close, but didn't quite have it. Her first plan was to work extra work that night, but her second plan was to leave with some money and run with the rest if she hadn't earned enough that night. She hustled all night, taking as much as she dared without bringing too much attention to herself. She worked all night long, straight through until 4:30 the next morning. Then she went back to her apartment, counted what she had, and put a plan into action. The next morning, she was not at work. When the police were called to check her apartment, they found a bevy of conflicting evidence. Outside the apartment, they found the door kicked in with smeared bloody handprints on the door. They were too smeared to get a clear read on them. There was an envelope with some money in it that looked like it had been thrown all over the inside. Her suitcase, clothes, and many personal items were gone. Some of the picture frames and dishes were smashed. There were blood droplets on a few of the glass shards from the dishes. 2 of the kitchen knives were missing. The coffee pot was still on and fresh coffee had been made. There was a plate out with a half-eaten bagel on it, and a bloody axe lay adorned the floor by the fire escape, and the dog was missing. She was never seen or heard from again, but theft in cars did go down by 50%. What do you think happened? Did Samantha make it out?